Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today we're going to discuss the verdict on the one Russian that was charged with war crimes in Ukraine, and we're going to talk about it from various angles, as I will always do. Always. This is from Reuters by Pavlek Polyuk, Poltyuk, May 23rd, 2022, and this is the title: Russian soldier jailed for life in first war crimes trial of Ukraine war. So in Kiev, a Ukrainian court sentenced a Russian soldier to life in prison on Monday for killing an unarmed civilian in a first war crimes trial arising from Russia's invasion. Vadim Shishimarin, a 21-year-old tank commander, had pleaded guilty for killing 62-year-old Oleksandr Shelipov in the northeastern Ukrainian village of Chupakhivka on February 28, 4 days after the invasion. Judge Sergei Agafonov said Shishimarin carried out a criminal order by a soldier of higher rank, had fired several shots at the victim's head from an automatic weapon. Says, given that the crime committed is a crime against peace, security, humanity, and the international legal order, the court does not see the possibility of imposing a shorter sentence, he said. Okay, so this trial was, says here, the bar was set very high. The Kremlin did not immediately comment on the verdict. All right, and it says here that it has previously said, the Kremlin, that it has no information about the trial, and that the absence of a diplomatic mission in Ukraine limits its ability to provide assistance. So I want to put this in a certain context. Okay, if this 21-year-old person did what he did, he was, in front of a court in Ukraine, judged by Ukrainian court, Ukrainians. Okay, that would legitimize then the Russians putting the Azovstal steel plant soldiers over there under the same scrutiny, right? The same legal procedure. And I don't know if this 21-year-old did what he did. If he did what he did, they say they did, then no objections whatsoever. The only thing that I object to, or I have very big concerns, is that this trial was conducted only by the Ukrainians. I mean, if you don't see anything wrong with that, then imagine that, I don't know, someone comes here in your house, does something to someone here, you allege that it was this and that, and then or you do something to this guy, and then you get caught, and you're going to be judged by this guy's uncle, and who's the judge, prosecutor, and lawyers. They're going to be all his family. So it's a little bit of not an impartial case, I would say. And believe me, that when and you have to, because that's it's going to be logical. And when the Russians are going to put in front of a judge, court martial, or whatever they're going to do, the Ukrainian soldiers are going to trial them for whatever crimes, and they're going to find, and they will definitely going to find them guilty. I guarantee you that. Not because necessarily they did something, but that's the way things work. I'm just trying to emphasize that it's a lot of passion, and there was no way this guy would have been off the hook, even if he didn't do anything, I'm guessing. But nevertheless, I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about the Russians right now. You will see the international community outroar. Oh my God, what's going on here? That was the Russians. Only the Russians investigate. It doesn't count. That was skewed. That was unfair. That was subjective. All these words that rightly so will be used are not used here. This is, if you remember, the Adolf Eichmann's trial in Israel, 1961. Check that out if you're not aware of that. This is a Nazi, a German guy who, Nazi, whatever you want to consider, he was abducted. So he ran to Argentina, like many of them did, and then he was abducted by Israeli services in Argentina, kidnapped, brought to Israel. He was brought to Israel, and then it was a trial for this guy, and obviously he got the death penalty. But he was a German Nazi, if you want to think this way, judged by the Jews that were saying that you committed crimes, Holocaust, and all that against us. So then put that in the context with the Ukrainians' trial, and put it in the context with what the Russians will be doing with the guys from Azovstal. And you tell me, and that if that is, whatever, I don't want to say more, but you understand the connection I'm trying to make and the point. The thing is, imagine that this is the fact. The Israeli secret services, or whatever, I don't want to say, I think it was Mossad, obviously went, kidnapped this guy, crossed the border to another country, I think, with him, and then flew him to Israel, where he was tried. Now, imagine that, let's say, the Serbs now would come to the United States, somehow kidnap former President Bill Clinton, get him out of the United States to Mexico or something, and or fly him to Serbia and put him on trial, and then find him guilty of the 1999 illegal bombardment of Yugoslavia. And besides, the Chinese could do the same thing because they bombed the China's embassy in Belgrade, where people died and people were hurt. Chinese people, diplomats, all right, and staff. Imagine they would be even the Serbs or the Chinese doing this. Do you think they would fly? You think they would, oh, okay, whatever. Kidnapped, taken from the country, smuggled in another country, flown into your country, trial him over there, sentence him, and hang him. Do you think that would be nice procedure? So how could that happen in 1961? Well, we know how that happened, obviously, and we know why. And then look at this kind of Eichmann, the Ukrainians, and then the Russians. It's going to be the same method, the same level of, I don't know. I'm not saying, because I don't know, I'm not saying that Eichmann deserved or did not deserve whatever he got, because I don't know. He was a Nazi, he did all this, blah, 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 okay. But the whole thing I'm trying to put in the context that he was in front of a, like the victim's judge. And the same here, the Russian is going to be trialed in front of the victim's judge, right? The Ukrainian judge. Over there was a Jewish judge, and here's going to be a Russian judge. So no international oversee of this, no impartiality, or I would say people from outside with not vested interests. I'm just trying to, what I want to say. So we'll find out. As I said, I don't know if this guy did what he did. If he did, by all means, boom, should be whatever, penalized, punished, whatever it is, the right punishment for the action. No doubt. But what I'm trying to say is the whole process, I don't think it was kosher. Thank you very much for being, and it's not going to be kosher in Russia either. Why? Because we're human. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.